Hello guys, so welcome back to another video. So I have received around like 10 calls in the past 3 weeks regarding a lot of families, as I have discussed in my previous videos as well. But again, everyone is concerned with the kind of a prices, the kind of a price appreciation is happening in Dubai real estate right now, especially in the luxury and the ultra luxury segment of Dubai. Now, everyone is trying to understand, because a lot of information is flowing around in the market through a word of mouth, because not many people can understand what are the actual indicators why the smart money is moving towards the luxury segment, the ultra luxury segment, and the branded residences in Dubai. And every time when you look at the patterns of the real estate of Dubai in the past 3-4 years, you will see that in the luxury segment the price appreciation has been more than 100% to 200% in some cases. So today we're going to break it down completely through the reports, through the actual facts, why through the actual data, so that we can understand why what is actually happening in the luxury segment, why a lot of people were moving towards the ready market. Now the focus is shifting more towards the off-plan new developments which are coming up in especially the ultra luxury and the luxury segment. Although I have covered this information before in my Palm Jabal Ali video, but again I'm going to break it down more in detail so that you will have an idea about the new launches. Like, let's take an example of Emaar Oasis, Palm Jabal Ali, Solaya Beach, some of the branded residences in downtown, some of the branded residences which are some of the very high-end niche development which have already been launched on the Palm Jumeirah side, and there will be more branded residences and some beachfront new communities which are being launched by those biggest developers with the prominent name in the market. Now, why they are going very bullish on those off-plan developments? Because the data says that off-plan properties are right now for the past 2 years has been dominating the market, and especially in the luxury and ultra luxury segment. We can talk about the mid-tier segment as well, but again today's topic is we are going to understand what is actually happening in that specific part of Dubai real estate. So this is basically the report that I have fetched from Knight Frank published report. You can also check it out over the internet, but to make your job easier, I'm going to break it down one by one. So once you go until the end of this video, you will have an idea why you should buy Oasis, why you should buy Palm Jabal Ali, Aura, the Bain community, Hodariyat in Abu Dhabi, Sinia Island in Ras Al Khaimah. So I have already made the very detailed video on the beachfront villas in the whole UAE. That can give you some idea about those developments as well. Now, why luxury segment of Dubai is so hot? Let's understand one by one. So this is basically a Knight Frank report. I just took the information out, put it in the PPT so that to make it much more understandable for my viewers. So these developers, they know this data, which is why they plan things accordingly. They don't want to oversupply the market. They are they have a lot of stake involved in the city. It's not just they're getting profits through the real estate development. They have other businesses in the hospitality. The hospitality holds a major share in the market of Dubai, right? Developers like Emaar, Nakheel, Omnya in the private sector, in the ultra luxury segment. Whenever you're building something very high and niche, you really need to be sure if that thing is really going to work in the market or not. So this is basically the Q2 2025, what happened in the market of luxury segment. So the first point is basically explaining us the $10 million plus homes reached to the total transaction is $2.6 billion in just the Q2 2025. 143 transactions have been recorded in the market of real estate, which Knight Frank took it out from the DLT data. Dubai real estate is so transparent, you can really see through the hype if you want to, right? So if you know. So in just Q2 2025, the market is 52% increased compared to the previous years. 22 transactions happened, which exceeded the 50 million US dollar plus homes in just Dubai real estate, right? This is a clear indicator that there is a demand from the end users of the market. Like there are literally, it's not just Henley and Partners predicting like what kind of people are migrating. A lot of brokers will tell you, right? There are millionaires migrating, billionaires migrating, they are setting up their businesses, they are setting up their bases. But this report is basically, you know, aligning each and everything, you know, to make you understand. If the millionaires and the centi-millionaires or the billionaires, if they are moving to the city, are they really buying the real estate itself? Are they happy with the market of Dubai? And you know, this data tells us that they find Dubai market to be quite affordable compared to their own home country, right? So in just Q2 2025, there were like 80 sales in this segment of 10 million plus and 25 million plus US dollar homes. 80 sales were apartments, which is compared to 2024, mostly were villas. Mostly the concentration in the ultra luxury segment were villas. So it depends to the demographics of the buyers as well, right? I personally face those kinds of buyer, you know, when they are buying any prime real estate in Dubai. They usually think and they weigh down the options of, you know, apartment if it is costing them the same amount as the luxury villa in the market. So they usually tend to go with the land. I also came from Pakistan. So in Pakistan, like a lot of people have the same kind of a mindset, which, you know, makes total sense. So it's totally up to your preference. When you're buying something ultra luxury, you deserve, right, whatever you want. So the most concentration in just Q2 2025 was Palm Jumeirah with 28 transactions happened. Lamer, when you see Palm Jumeirah, you see like most of the ready transactions are happening there, 28 deals, followed by Lamer. Lamer, basically the new two products have been launched by, you know, Meraas, Jumeirah Zora Bay and Solaya Beach. So this could be the transactions happen in those communities as well. Downtown, obviously, you know, there are very few off-plan projects going on in downtown, but again, most of the transactions were already market. So this is basically the prime index. It's averaging at 3,850, but average doesn't, right now in Dubai, average doesn't tell us the clear picture, right? So it's just clearly telling you, you know, for the sake of the report, it's telling you like the average price per square feet is reaching to this point. Which is again, if you look at the UBS report, you know, it's again quite in an affordable sector right now. It's not very highly inflated market. So this basically, this is telling us like how many accidental millionaires, you know, how many people have become, you know, just through the real estate investment, they become millionaires because their property prices reach to a certain point, right? So the total values of homes sold in Dubai, 282% since 2020. It's not important right now. Dubai is a very dynamic market. We should always, you know, if you want to look at the data, we should always look into the 6 months to 3 months category if we are looking to, you know, understand a community. In 2024, 435 sales of 10 million plus homes happened. It's highest globally, beating London, New York equally. 110,000 homes, 17.7% of all. You know, 110,000 of all, you know, the total off-plan launches, including the ready market. 17.7% is the total, you know, comprises of it, now valued at above US 1 million US dollars, right now in Dubai. 21,000 of those homes are rented in the market, 21,000, because a large number of those homes are actually off-plan as well. But again, not many people actually bought it to rent. Not many people have the purpose of buy to rent. But most people who bought, you know, for the purpose of renting that property, 21,000 is the number. You know, luxury, you know, this basically is an indicator of buying to rent behavior of a lot of people who are investing into the real estate of Dubai. 37,000 accidental millionaires as per the Knight Frank report. So their homes basically appreciated below $1 million before that, and now it has reached to, it surpasses the number of $1 million. Now this is very important, you know, stay with me on this, and this basically will clearly tell you what is actually happening. Now in this, you will understand the supply gap situation in Dubai. Like not many people can have really, you know, the confidence, like their brokers are really failed to, you know, communicate this actual data. So in just 2024, Dubai added like 30,000 units in the market versus 170,000 new residents entered, like the long-term residents entered in the market of Dubai. It's a very, big gap. There's a kind of a situation, why developers are going so bullish and towards, developing and launching more and more off-plan products. 350,000 homes under construction until 2029. Let's imagine right now, like 350,000. Let's imagine like the very ideal situation, like 350,000 homes will deliver until 2029. So 350,000 homes are basically in the pipeline until 2029. And right now we are sitting at the population of 4 million. Now this is very important, right? You should know because the kind of products that I am actually marketing on my YouTube channel, those are basically the kind of products in case of correction, they will be unaffected in any case. I'll tell you why. You have seen already the listings and everything, what kind of transactions happen in the luxury segment, 10 million plus, and super prime real estate, what is happening right now. We'll come to how many listings were there and now how many listings are available under the category of 10 million plus US dollar homes, and even in the super prime real estate. So you will understand why these developers are launching more luxury products and why the branded residences are being picked up in the off-plan segment right now by the new buyers. And mostly, most of them are basically the first-time home buyers. Now, by 4 million mark, we have already hit, and 170,000 residents entered into the market of Dubai. Let's just make them equal in 4 million. Now, by 2029, if the population rate grows same like this, 170,000 or 150,000 a year. The more new residents that we will be seeing by 2029 will be 680,000 new residents, and 4 million is the mark. 350,000 units expected to be by 2029. Now, out of how many companies are being registered, how many jobs are being created, what is the future looking like in Dubai South? Let's not imagine anything and just see the behavior of the market. And by the behavior of the market of the properties which are government developers are selling right now, mostly in the market, it's being bought by, I personally sold to a lot of homeowners, the off-plan properties. So I know this behavior is actually the reality of the market. So let's take a very conservative figure. Out of those 350,000 units, the 50% of them are basically your actual homeowners who are buying for themselves because they are priced out of the market, they are renting the property inside the city of Dubai. So if 50% of those people are actually buying for themselves, so this number reaches to around 170,000 units, which will be hitting the market by 29. So this basically is a clear indicator that we will be facing a lot of gap, especially in the 10 million and super prime real estate, like 25 million plus US dollar homes. I'm not talking about the 10 million dirhams. I'm talking about 10 million US dollar plus homes. Now, the current situation since 2024, there were like 4,000, almost like 4,000 listings were available in the market, and those were absorbed and the number dropped to 39% and reached to 2,493 in 10 million US dollar plus homes. This is the actual fact and the reality of the market, which is why right now the behavior, because of 2024 and 2025, which is, we are just in the Q4 right now. In my agency is very big. We are number one with Emaar. So we have sold a lot of Emaar. We sold a lot of prime properties in Dubai. So the behavior right now, the brokers who only work in the ready market, their buyers who are contacting them through Bayou, Dubizzle or Property Finder, they are mostly inclining towards the off-plan market, which is why the off-plan market, if you see the data of DLD, it's dominating. And it's, secondary market is right now getting a little bit, facing a downward spiral because of the prices have increased to a certain point. A lot of people are feeling like if they're spending this much of an amount and they're getting 50% lesser price in the off-plan market, and their full equity is not being done, they can easily rent out a place for 4 years and they get buy a super prime or prime real estate in Dubai and wait until the handover and that property will 100% will appreciate, because in Dubai you have to really understand, we are not seeing the real estate boom, we are actually seeing the relocation boom. Apart from the tourism is a different sector. If we add this into the conversation, the numbers change drastically. So we're just taking very conservative figure to make you understand why you should, if you have the capacity to invest, or you have the capacity to buy something which makes you that 100% or 150% return on equity on your asset, and also you want to be very safe if anything goes south in the market. So this basically was not the situation 10 years back. The Dubai was not attracting a lot of residents back then. But after 2020, things change, regulations change a lot, and global situation of a lot of capital markets have changed a lot, which is why people are seeing Dubai as a safe haven right now, and they're planning their long-term future. So in 25 million US dollar plus homes, the listing count went down by 85%. There were like 583 listings available in the market. Now it gone down to 86 properties. So even in the segment of where the billionaires are buying, the centimillionaires are buying, the segment is short of supply. And these people, when they buy, they don't buy for the quick flip. And these properties don't easily flip in the market in a very, quicker manner. Even if I am buying 25 million US dollar plus home, I would wait, I have the holding capacity. So this is the same situation for the market, which is why you're seeing a lot of branded residences, luxury communities being launched by Emaar. Now, this video is basically I'm making so I can prepare my buyers for the new Oasis launch, the Heights Country Club and Wellness Villas launch, and there will be more villas launches coming up in the next coming few months. You will start seeing a lot of developers, a lot of government developers will start launching even on the further parts of Dubai South. Already we have the opportunity at the beachfront location of Palm Jebel Ali, which we already have discussed. Ora, Bain, which is right at the border of Dubai Abu Dhabi beachfront villa community. That is again a beautiful option, and it's very close proximity to Sheikh Zayed Road. 100% it will pick up. We can talk about it and discuss about it, but right now the major discussion is Oasis, which is why I'm communicating with you this Knight Frank report. So in 2024, what is the behavior of luxury market? 435 homes sold above US $10 million plus, and versus 2023 it was like 434. In Q4 of 2024, 153 deals just in Q4, because the season time, a lot of people are coming as a tourist. They have time, they're coming on Christmas holidays. A lot of people have time to look at real estate, because it's not their core profession, which is why they keep it at the year end. And also the Dubai weather gets a lot better. It's much cooler, it's very fun to move around in Dubai in winter's time. So 153 deals happen in just one quarter. Population, it's showing 3.8, but if you check the actual data, it's basically the report is a year old, so we have already crossed the mark of 4 million. 170,000 residents, which have already we have discussed. In 2024, what was where were the transactions happening? We really, if you look into the data, Palm Jumeirah, 127 deals, 29% volume. Out of that whole 430 sales were happened. Palm Jebel Ali, again, I told you, ready and off plan both are being, attracted in this. So Palm Jebel Ali first phases were ongoing. First 1 or 2 phases, Palm Jebel Ali was launched. 36 deals happened in Palm Jebel Ali as well, because smart investors who have the holding capacity, smart money, is moving towards the future of Dubai. Emirates Hills, again, major. So why, you should keep in mind, Emirates Hills is still under demand, and the assets in Emirates Hills are being absorbed, and there will not be many options available in the next coming few years, right? So if you're buying something super prime in Dubai, your neighborhood is completely, billionaires, and the top echelon of the community is living right next to your house. Emirates Hills is that place where all the developer lives, all the billionaires live, celebrities live, because of the exclusivity, and it's a Emaar community, very less dense populated area, Beautiful community, beautiful designs and everything, and the connectivity and the location also makes sense. Emirates Hills holds 7.3% of that market share. Jumeirah Bay Islands, again right next to it, Nakheel's community, which we have discussed, like 550 to 600 square feet. It was launched a few years back, and now it reached to 3,900, all majorly because of now the design of the community and the ecosystem that they have created. Is beautiful, right? So it becomes that kind of a pocket of ultra luxury segment. District 1, 6.6%, Dubai Hills 6.2%. Now Dubai Hills is a mix of, luxury and ultra luxury and affordable luxury segment. But the community planning is so beautiful that all of the apartments, there are right now more than 11,000 apartments ready, 11,000 upcoming, and 4,500 to 4,300 villas and townhouses already being built. Some of them, like few hundreds of villas are being under construction, like Park Gate, and 11,000 apartments off plan. More supply to be coming in Dubai Hills Estate, but again the whole part is completely segregated. The privacy is not compromised for those buyers, which is why people love that master plan. And so these were the highly concentrated area in the $10 million plus homes. Now this is what I'm trying to communicate here, right? Off plan is dominating in the luxury segment right now. Smart money actually thinks, and they think in the future, they don't think in the present, right? 52% of the luxury sales were off plan. Top 3 developers were Omnya, Nakheel, and Emaar. Omnya, again, the top tier developer in Dubai. Emaar, Oasis, La Vita was basically the mention. Very few mentions Emaar launched in Oasis. They stand out as a luxury project in 2024, adjacent to Jumeirah Golf Estates. Again, the location, if I'll show you a little bit briefly so that you will understand. 29 out of 43 villas were sold above $10 million, right, in La Vita. Fastest selling luxury project of 2024, so it's crazy how the Dubai real estate market works. 10 million plus homes being picked up like in few days time. It's crazy. Like unlike any other market, you don't see these kinds of behavior anywhere in the world. Now this slide is also telling us the same thing which we already have discussed, but again briefly let's talk about it. It's a prime market performance in Q4 2024. Palm Jumeirah, Jumeirah Bay Island, Jumeirah Islands, Emirates Hills. Average price per square feet 6,600. Because of the Palm Jumeirah, the average is a little bit higher. Palm Jumeirah average price is right now 7,300. We already know that. 15% up year on year. Every year it's appreciating, although the master plan is old and everything, but again still it's a status symbol for a lot of people to live, and it has that kind of a capacity. And 87%, as per the Night Rank report, people love a beachfront community. So Palm Jumeirah accounted for 2 out of 3 deals happen in the prime deals. Like 105 transactions happen specifically in Palm Jumeirah. So this is basically the summary supply of luxury homes dropped by 40% in 2024 out of 4120 to 2490 listings in the market. Ultra luxury segment of $25 million plus homes. Q4 2024, 15 deals, just one short of all-time record Q3 2023. So in 2023 numbers were more or less similar. So it demonstrates, again, Palm Jumeirah and Jumeirah Bay Islands, leads this activity in $25 million plus homes. The kind of homes being sold in Palm Jumeirah right now, the people who are redoing the villa, it reaches that threshold of price per square feet, which when we compare to the whole part of Dubai. So now briefly look at the locations and everything. So any of my buyer who is interested in Emaar properties, they only stick with Emaar property. They don't want to go to any other developer because of the experience they have already bought, or their relatives or their friends have bought it and they love the behavior and the communication and how Emaar takes you to the journey until the handover. That kind of an experience also matters than buying a cheap price or low price or whatever. The experience matters a lot. So Emaar gives you that kind of an experience. So let's briefly go over it. So this is basically your Oasis plot and this part, and somewhere from here is our Al Fay Road expansion is happening right now as we speak. Construction is going on full swing, and it is taking you directly towards Dubai Marina, which is the hotspot for a lot of tourists. And also, JLT, a lot of diamond business owners are actually have their own companies based there. It's a FDI magnet, JLT, so a lot of businesses have been working and operating from that part. Jebel Ali industrial area, your next coming future where there will be a lot of residents of Dubai will be working from here. Jafza, Port Jebel Ali, and your ultra luxury segment Palm Jebel Ali. So we'll see. I faced these objections. A lot of people tell me that there will be a distressed deals in the market when you want to buy Oasis right now, and I will come to that part. I will show you the actual transaction, what is happening in the previous clusters of Oasis right now. So in these developers, when they're buying off plan, especially with Emaar or Nakheel or Meraas, a lot of people are not your average buyer. These people actually buying for a very long-term purpose, or they're buying for themselves, and they don't plan on to flip those properties. So that's why I took the number of 50% very conservatively, that 50% of those new residents are actually buying for themselves. But in the case of Emaar, it reaches to 80 to 90% people who are not investors. They are basically actual end users who will keep that property until it they decide to flip it in the market. They are not here for short term mindset. In Palm Jebel Ali, we have a ticket size of 25.2 million in A, B, and C front. And right now, Oasis launch is soon to be happen. And here, our ticket size is expected to be, nothing is official in Oasis right now. So expect a 14 million for a 4-bed with basement, till 15 million. And secure the best plot, the highest plot size in the cluster, so that in case of your property will be much more liquid in case of if you want to sell it in any case in the next 2-3 years time, just before the handover, which is not an ideal situation. But again, if you have that kind of a unique aspect to your property, your property will appreciate more. We have already seen the transactions in previous videos. Anything in the whole community, it's above the average size. The plot size is bigger, the villa built up area is bigger, then it's a little bit expensive at the entry of the purchase. At that time, the buyer took the risk, but again, at the handover, he's the one making most money. So 5 beds, this is basically 4 beds. Let's consider that Emaar will be coming up with basement again. And 5 bed, we will be seeing nothing less than 18 million plus, 18 million plus. And payment plan is 80-20. So, in 80-20 construction linked payment plan, not many people have that capacity. Especially the speculators of the market are subtracted buying in these kind of projects if the payment plan is 80-20. That's the same thing Nakheel has done in Palm Jebel Ali as well. Now in Palm Jebel Ali, before the first phase was 60-40. Now, why it was 60-40? There were like a lot of people who, once the project got cancelled, a lot of people were given the credit notes from Nakheel. Now, through the credit notes, like a lot of people right now in the first phases on Palm Jebel Ali, those were the people who were accommodated the most. So they were given that kind of a leverage. After that, the payment plan reaches to 80-20, right? This is basically the same mindset they will, all the government developers in Dubai you will see. Same will happen in Abu Dhabi as well. Right now, that market is emerging. There you have that kind of a payment leverage, but the market is much more regulated, so they know how to play with it. Once that will also reaches the mark, a lot of transactions will start happening. Like Dubai have already done 180,000 transactions in just 1 year. Once that is being reached in Abu Dhabi as well, the payment plan for government developers will also get strict, like 80-20. Aldar already did the payment plans like this, right? So another interesting product to keep in mind is our Heights Country Club and Wellness by Emaar. Now, anyone who feels that they're priced out in Oasis, think the Heights Villas makes that kind of that gives you that entry point. And the location of Heights is somewhere here. So we are expecting the price per square feet should be, because it's a very premium community, very less dense community, mix of townhouses, semi-detached and villas. And the villas will be on the most premium side on the community. So it's a very first phase of the master plan. So I'm expecting the price per square feet to 1500, 1600 dirham price per square feet. Even if it is 1700, the whole concept of community is very amazing. Like, it's the community where the brokers will also buy of the market of Dubai. So this is basically, you have to keep in mind, compared to old communities, you cannot really compare the prices with the old communities right now with the off-plan market. The houses are much more modern. The concept, the planning is much more modern. The whole structure of the community is filled with amenities, lifestyle infrastructures, high-end retail. Different kind of buyers are right now buying in the market of Dubai. So this clearly tells us that those properties will appreciate. Like case of Aldar Athlon, like they are basically doing the whole, air quality ratio being checked in the community. Whole community is based on athleticism. This gives us, like, these things haven't been done in the market before. So you have to really keep in mind when you're buying into newer communities, yes, you should look at what is happening in the market prices, but again, at that time when it will be handing over, this will surpass, the demand will surpass the old communities of Dubai. So DXB Interact is basically where the whole data is input and optimized of DLD, what are the transactions happening. This is basically the reality. Like, anyone can see anyone can say a lot of things through just looking at Property Finder that people are selling at OP, but a lot of the time when you contact them, you try to get into that, the property is either sold, broker play with the market. They just trying to fetch the leads through those property portals and then, play with it. So it is not the right thing to do. It's very unethical. I never do that. So I just wanted to give you a clear picture. So this is basically Meraas, again, a beautiful cluster in which Emaar also launched basement villas. There were no 4 beds with basement, only in Address and Palace there were. Now, because of Address and Palace behavior, a lot of people, loved the concept of 4-bedroom with basement. So it got sold out within a few days time, which is, amazing. Now I have put down the filter of 1 year, okay, because it was not that long the Meraas was launched. The median price is getting down, which tells us that nobody's selling. This is basically 7 transactions happen only with the developer. Maybe they have launched the cancellation or something like that in the 1 year time. This is basically the developer transactions that you're seeing. Anything you see in the loss, I don't see anything on the loss. Anyone who have bought, they have, not many people are selling in this. But again, we as an agency, we are the #1 agency of Emaar, so we sold a lot of Meraas. Anyone who bought from us, they're selling at a premium. And the premiums, once you get into the numbers and everything, if you're not cash rich, you might not go for it. You might go for something off plan. And buying in Meraas or Palmyra 1, 2, by the time those will be handing over, you will be having a challenge of construction going on the later clusters, which will end until 2029. So if you're buying right now in the communities, already the limited supply you're entering into, your whole cash is not going until the handover. And by the time your property will be handing over, the whole infrastructure of the community will be ready. There will not be a construction problem, and the premium starts in the actual premium. The real premium will start happening. Now let me show you a transaction report of Palmyra. Palmyra and Meraas were sold at 90-10 payment plan. Right now we are at 80-20, so it's not that much of a problem. But again, you should know the truth before you're buying Oasis. 8 to 9 million was the ticket size with Palmyra first launch. So this is basically the whole year of transactions of Palmyra. So now you tell me if there are any distressed deals that you see actually happening in the market. This guy sold at 9%, 9% premium, 23% premium, 12%, 26%, 24%, 15%, 17%, 70. Everyone is above that, the price that they have bought in. Anyone who have bought it at 8 million, selling at 11 million, they're making immense amount of profits through the ready market. Now, 50%, until 50%, you will not get the NOC to get a transfer. So must be someone who really need an early handover. Their family is already relocated in the city. They are the ones who are buying and happy to pay those premiums, or they're getting some kind of a housing allowance from their companies. So they are happy to, mortgage those properties once they're ready. 17%, 15%, 24%. This is the whole year transaction that we are seeing. Everyone is selling at premium. Now, this is basically the transactions are going down. So with whoever have bought, they kept it for themselves. So there are not many listings that you will see that you are seeing in the market. Like the resale is like happening in a very volatile way. So that's why it's going down. Anyone who have bought, it's being absorbed. Now nothing is happening. So already there is a wave of buyer came and they picked up those units at premium. So they will wait. They will wait until the handover. And they will wait for the right time until they will flip it, because they want to reach that mark of, they want their property to be in the positive before buying anything. 10.5 million is basically, now these are the villas without basement. Emaar must change some kind of, in each and every cluster, Emaar changes something so that, it holds that kind of a different market, unlike any other developer who builds same kind of houses, 9,000, 8,000 houses in one community. Anyone who is entering at the first phase, they will win 100%. Anyone who is entering at the mid or last phase, they have quite a challenge. So in Emaar, the whole mini city will have their own micro markets of different clusters. So Palmyra was without basement, but again, those are also selling out, and the 8 to 9 million started off in the off-plan selling on the very first time, and now 10.5%, 11% is already up from the actual price. So this is basically the reality of the market. Emaar Properties is the most liquid property in the market of Dubai. You're basically shaking hands with the market mover. They really understand what is actually happening, what is actually the pulse of the market, what they need to improve in the newer cluster so that people will take interest, or people will have the confidence when they're buying. They know that their property will appreciate and it holds the long-term value. This launch is going to be amazing. Heights Country Club and Wellness and Oasis. Please don't miss that. If you want to register yourself, contact me on my given number. We are the #1 agency of Emaar. I'm 100% confident that I will be able to help you if you contact me earlier. And the launch is expected to be in November. Palm Jabal Ali is another good prospect. Heights Country Club and Wellness Villas. If you want to stay under 5 to 6 million or 7 million mark, those villas will also be a very interesting product. So I hope you like this video. I hope you like this presentation. If you have any feedback, if you want me to make a specific customized comparison on certain segment of Dubai, feel free to reach out to me. I'll make a customized report for you. I try to be as transparent as possible to show you the truth of the market so that you can decide better for yourself. A lot of people who are relocating to the city, they are very much careful. They really don't want to overpay into properties. So I really care for those people. I give them complete confidence if they talk to me, and in any aspect, if they want to look into when they're buying real estate with me, I always give them 100% confidence before jumping into anything. I hope it adds some value into your information. Thank you for watching. This is Matloob Ahmed Khan, Aeon and Tristle, signing out.